With you mentioning David Park and sort of his role early on in your career, I did read something that he watched you pick up the ball one-handed and you started getting involved in the footy, like doing things that not many people are doing. And he said that he said to you something like, "I've been waiting 20 years for someone to do that."
Yeah.
So that's
we might look silly over here at BackChat, but we do it.
Pretty good, yeah.
That's an interesting thing that if early on he was like not sold on you, but then he's seen something in you that he's been,
Yeah, my brother Paul in grade 6 got a letter from his school teacher and had to Kouta, the only kid to pick up the football one hand. So I think my brother and I must have played like that our entire career without realising. In the under-19s at Carlton, my brother did it once at training, and our coach was Ross Henshaw, who was a premiership player in North Melbourne back in the 70s. He was a madman. Like, he was a scary dude, man.
Who was your coach?
He was our coach under-19s, and, oh, my God, was I scared of him. And so my brother picked up the ball one hand, and he brought everyone in, and his thing was, mate, he goes, if I see Kouta, if I see you pick up the ball with one hand again, Kouta, or anyone else here, you won't be at this football club. So he was totally against it, and I played my footy that way. And in 1992 it was against Collingwood. The team that I barracked for was a young kid. Jamie Turner was next to me, and I sort of just held him off, and I just grabbed the ball one hand, got onto my foot, kicked it down. Tom Alvin marked it. He went on to John Dorridge and whatever. We may have kicked the goal. And everyone was starting to speak about it. And even Stephen Goff, who was our CEO, who then became the CEO of the MCG for many years, he often talks about it. Like at the last AFL Hall of Fame, he said, Kouta, we're all sitting there. You've ran past, you've just grabbed this ball with one hand and you've kicked it down. And everyone in the crowd just looked at each other and went, did he just pick up the ball one hand just then? So it's become a little bit of a cult thing.
Do you have big hands?
No, I don't really. No, I don't know. Like, they're okay, but I've seen guys with bigger hands.
No, there's some myths.
They're pretty big hands.
So
I've seen bigger. Yeah.
What did it come from then? Was that just instinct, or was it cricket, or like I don't know? What's the?
We were never really allowed to watch the highlights at home of footy. Mum was always against it. So it was that 1 hour block on a Saturday night. We're like, Mum, can we watch it? Like, no. We're like, come on, please. So. We never could afford a footy, and I don't know, like we had this small footy. I'm not sure if that was the reason. I'll never know, but we just learned. I remember my father used to play basketball, so he says he was good back in the days of Egypt, but I would never know. But he'd always say just grab the ball one hand. So I'm not sure. It just sort of evolved that way.